Are you printing stuff for your home care business? Of course you are, but are you leveraging your printing in a digital world? On today's episode of Home Care Digital, I'm talking about how to properly leverage your print materials to coincide with your digital marketing strategy so that you can get greater results. The first thing that you need to understand, and this is less about print and more about marketing, is your messaging. Your messaging is so crucial in how you're creating these marketing tools. We want to make sure that we are speaking directly to our audience and not speaking about ourselves, right? So often I see this, we do this and we do that. No, we want to speak directly to the audience and use big headers that specifically speak to our audience in what their desires, their problems, so we can solve them. That is the goal. We need to make sure that we are leveraging this in our marketing to create effective hooks, big titles that specifically drive the results that we want to create. So we really want to think about how are you solving their problem. If you just say home care services and that's your heading, that's not a hook. That's not effective. Want more freedom in your life? Want to make sure your loved one is happy and safe at home? These are effective hooks that we should be using in flyers, brochures, to really drive. So often we put our logo as the biggest thing. That's not what we want. We want the biggest thing to be focused on the individual that's going to be reading it. That's what's going to attract them. Your logo is not going to attract them. Everyone has their logo on it. Oh, I got 6 different logos here. How are we speaking directly to our audience to attract them? And this isn't just for attracting clients, but caregivers and referral sources as well. So for example, if you are going to create a flyer that you are going to post at a school to get some more caregivers, we don't want to say jobs available, right? Because if they're not directly looking for a job, then it's not going to communicate and directly attract them. Now, jobs available is better than a lot of other headings that I see with flyers, but imagine if you were looking to target people that were on their way to becoming a nurse and they want to get some firsthand experience. So how do we draw them in? On your way to becoming a nurse, put this around nursing schools, put this around the nursing classrooms if you can and get permission, right? And so now when someone sees that, they're like, wait, I'm looking to become a nurse. Oh, you know what? I could use some more experience before I even become a nurse in this field and potentially even determine whether or not it's really for them. Think about how many students go into nursing and then they see blood and they're like, oh, I can't do this, right? Nursing is a very tough field. I have a lot of friends that are nurses, but when we understand how to target these individuals, it becomes so much more impactful. So don't just create one flyer and use that everywhere. If you're using ones that are particularly for schools, then we want to speak to them in a way that's going to target them. The second thing, and this is a big one, is QR codes. People, we gotta use more QR codes. This is such an essential piece for all print materials to get greater results. It makes it easy. And you can see this, right? You see QR codes being used everywhere. COVID was a huge driver in making this a normal thing where now everyone knows how to use QR codes from menus, but now they're using it for billboards, commercials, right? TV commercials. So you can see that QR codes are one of the quickest ways. They're not going anywhere. And they're great. They shouldn't. We spend so much time on our phones. We see something. Oh, do we write it down? What do we do? Oh, no, you just take it out, scan the QR code, boom, you go right to where we want them to go. So when you're printing out flyers, when you're printing out brochures, put QR codes on them. Make it easy. Specifically from a flyer's perspective, we want to make sure that we are directing them and going to where they want to go. If you're doing a flyer for an event, don't just take them to your website and then they don't know where to go. We want to take them directly to the page that they're going. So if you are trying to attract caregivers and you go to the nursing, make sure that you're taking them directly to a careers page. You may even create a careers page that's specifically for them, talking about nurses, showing caregiver testimonials that are from people who are looking to become nurses, right? So you can see how that specific targeting marketing from your messaging standpoint can be really impactful and how you're leveraging this. But we have to make it easy for them and we want to take them to we don't want them to go to our website and they're like, how do I find this? Where do I go? And we know a lot of home care websites are not adequately used where it's easy to find stuff. There's a billion things on there. That's a whole nother issue. Not going to dive into that today. But we want to make it easy. We want to put it on flyers and brochures. And it's completely free. So there's no excuse to not leverage QR codes in everything that you're doing. Another way that you can use QR codes that a number of my students are doing is they're actually putting a video that's a happy birthday video that they put in their birthday cards that they send to caregivers. And so when they open the birthday card, it's a QR code, they scan, they go to the video, happy birthday from all of us at Home Care ABC. We're so appreciative of you. And so it becomes this really easy way to get people on their birthday to watch a video. You can do this with clients. You can create a generic video, or you can do a personalized video. Generally from a QR code standpoint, that's gonna be more of the generic video. But again, such a cool way to utilize QR codes. What we actually did was we put the QR code using Sticker Mule. If you've ever heard of Sticker Mule, you can get stickers and just put the QR code on there. It comes in a whole roll, and that way you can just stick them on the cards or anything, right? Maybe you don't wanna spend all this money to print new brochures. Maybe you can just put it on a little sticker and stick it on there somewhere. Boom, working smarter, not harder. Gotta leverage QR codes. So how can you create a QR code? Simple, QR code monkey, right there on the screen. I even created a QR code that you can scan right now to go right to this website. How about that? The other place that you can use QR codes is your business cards. I love using QR codes for my business cards. If you've heard me speak before in some previous videos, I talked about how I leverage social media and getting people to connect with me on social. So when I'm at live events, when I'm at conferences, I just take out my business card, I have them scan it, and then boom, they can connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, all my links. Right here, boom. This is the page that they go to. It's a specific page that has all of my links so they can easily access it, making easeability. Number 3 is promote your YouTube channel on your print materials. Now, if you don't have a YouTube channel, then you can't do this. So I'm a little biased in this, in understanding that I help my students to create an amazing YouTube channel. But if you think about how many businesses on their brochures, on their flyers, have something that says, check out our YouTube channel. Very few, right? Probably none. Unless they're a student of mine, it's very unlikely that they are leveraging and utilizing YouTube to the fullest capacity. A lot of times they just have things that say, check us out on social media. And then they have Facebook, maybe Instagram, maybe Twitter, but they're not really posting anything super valuable. But just by having a QR code or something on your brochures that talks about YouTube that goes right to your channel, it's an immediate differentiator that you could actually just take someone right to a video that promotes whatever that you're trying to promote. So you can actually take them, instead of the channel for caregivers, you could take them to a recruitment video. How amazing is that? Or a client that takes them right to introducing yourself, more about your story. So you can take them to right to where you want them to go. This is where the power comes in, that you don't need to have an incredible, amazing YouTube channel that has thousands of videos on it. If you have a couple great ones, you can just direct people to those same videos over and over and over again. Do you want to learn how so many people just like you are getting incredible results on social media? Then you have got to check out my brand new free training, Social Media Success, where you're going to learn the 5 biggest mistakes home care business owners are making and how you can avoid them. All you got to do is go to thedigitalchamps.com/social and start watching today.